Hey guys, I'm doing a little video for you guys today about a player that's not super well known, um, named Amel Awadelkarim. She plays for San Francisco Fury, and I got to play with her a few times on the Continent Tour, so that was really cool. And she is one of the best defensive positioning players I've ever seen. So we're gonna watch her a little bit. She's right here, and this is in the final. This first part is in the finals of the club championships. So Amel is a lot of the times going to be marking up on these handlers. Watch her for a second. If you notice throughout that entire clip, she's looking basically over here at the end zone, so she can see the thrower, who is Valeria Cardenas, and Cy Lostra right here is who she's defending. I'm going to call down the field for a little bit. Alright, oh yeah, skip the spot. Okay, this initial look right here she's doing, she jumps out into the middle of the lane to make sure that that upfield pass doesn't go. Then she comes immediately right back. Again, out into the middle, make sure that throw doesn't go off, because Valeria is a very dangerous thrower. You notice she keeps looking around, making sure that she knows where the disc is and where her defender is. That little push right there, I don't know if you guys saw that. That little itty bitty push. Right here. She's saying, no, you cannot get this upline. Like that's my spot. Like you're not doing that. And by getting that physical with the person, she's completely denying. And Lostra is a very good handler for this Molly Brown team. She did a lot this year for them. And a little more bumping, pushing around. Yeah, she's just completely denying Cy here. So right there. There, right there. That very tiny little pivot around is so important. Watch her here, she's on this side of the disc, on this side, the force side, and as soon as it gets swung around, boom, she's on the break side, making sure that that throw right there is not easy. Like that Cy cannot get that super easy cut to get the disc. Coming down another point on Cy again here. Just completely controlling where she wants Cy to go. And I think that's something that, you know, a lot of defenders don't realize, is that your job is to push the person to where you want them to go, not to where they want to go. Because if they go where they want to go, if they cut to where they want to go, then it's game over for you. You can't do anything. Denying the upline. So watch her head just completely, just always on the swivel. Always on a swivel, always on a swivel. And like, yeah, sometimes she's gonna give up the super easy swing, or like, and allow her defender to get there, or the person she's defending to get there. But it's always like a very smart and calculated move. Great catch by Valeria. And like a lot of the times too, it's Amel's not a player that gets a lot of blocks. Here she is right here. She's not a player that gets a lot of blocks, but she is a player that pushes the defense around so much that they can't get the disc. Like, very few times in throughout all these clips that I have is she allowing the player to get the disc. Now she's up here guarding a very good cutter on this Molly Brown team. She's watching the disc. It's a call. They said it was down. It was actually up. I don't know. Where is she? There, right here. Now she has like the shoulder of the person she's guarding like right in the middle of her chest. And then there's that orbit around again. And there was a call. That came back. Alright, right here. Great throw. Push, but yeah, Amel was pushing her defender around a lot there. Okay. Next little section of clips is from the semifinal with Boston Brute Squad. Here she comes up on Tulsa Douglas. Like nothing, she's not letting anything easy for Tulsa basically at this point. Where did she go? Can't find her. Oh, there she is. So like, yeah, Tulsa gets this. That's a really hard catch. And active hands, she gets a hand block, but it is ruled a foul, no contest, goes back. Yep. And that's a very smart switch between Amel and I cannot tell who that is. But Amel comes up to block this lane, easy little shotgun cut around, and then just a very, very simple switch. Amel's not making it easy for Caitlin Lee to get that disc either, and then ends up with the pressure on the as a mark, ends up making Caitlin Lee throw it away. Okay. She's also a very good handler. She's a defensive handler for this Fury team. We're not focusing on offense, but Fury ends up getting a break. All right, Amel is here on Ismael from Brute Squad. Let's go back to it. There she is, right here. And a lot of this point, she's going to be like off camera here, and well, nothing's getting. The person she's defending is not getting anything, so obviously knows she's doing a pretty good job. Let's see where she comes back in. There she is, right here. All right, and I was talking about. Oh, never mind. Turn. I think Fury turn it over again here. Yeah, we'll be able to see it. There we go. Yeah, Fury turned it over again. But she comes up. Right here is a good example where she comes up and like she's kind of like looking around, making sure that like her offender is coming up the field. Obviously, if Ismael comes back, Amel's going to go with. And just kind of like she's watching the disc, making sure she knows where the disc is at all times. And there goes orbit over to this side. And Fury is forcing a backhand here. And so obviously the force side is this side, and that's the side you want to guard, but when the disc is over on the break side of the field, there's no point in being on that side of your person, because that makes a very, very easy cut for Ismael to come just literally right here. So Amel orbits around so that she can block that cut coming off. Ismael's also a pretty good handler, so Mel's kind of pushing her up the field too. Notice that going around her again. call. Going. Here we go. Notice how she got in her way. She was like, no, you're not going back to get the disc. I'm making you go upfield. Again, sitting here on the break side. You can see all these Fury players are over here on the break side of the disc, you know, orbiting around to make sure that this easy throw is not going to get off. Immediate orbit back around to the other side, because she does this because, okay, so this person is not in the middle of the field per se. She's over on the break side, but because this angle right here is so tight, that's a very, very difficult throw, and something that these elite players can hit, but they're not going to most of the time, just because they know how tight that is. And so Amel orbits over back to the open side so that there's not this easy looping around backhand over here for the person she's defending. And then Bertrand's course. All right, this is in the quarterfinal matchup, I believe, with SoCal Flipside. Here comes Amel down here. Again, with the orbiting around. That was a great little loopy cut to get open there. Amel, active hands on the mark, ends up fouling. And here, as a handler defender, look, I want you like see where her head is. She's looking almost at this discraft sign right here, or maybe even like close, maybe to this observer, but like in this general area, because now she can see the disc, she can see her defender using her peripherals, so she knows like when her defender moves, she knows when the disc moves, and can react accordingly. Miscommunication from Flipside gives Fury the disc. They end up turning it later on. Not focusing on offense, focusing on Amel. Right here. I think there's some sort of call violation. Skip. Okay. A person she's defending is not in a, I guess you could call it like a dangerous position. And so she doesn't have to be like on her hip. She can be out here in the lane a little bit to, you know, to help out anything that might come over here. And this throw, going back, let's see here. Nice grab. If this handler ends up putting up this throw to Amel's person, it has to be very loopy backhand, really long backhand, and Amel will have time to catch up. And then as the person she's defending coming back into the stack, she gets a little closer. Good D from Fury, skipping the O portion. Oh, this is a great bid. Hiya! Nice. Timeout called. Alright, Amel, once again, they're forcing they're forcing this side of the field. And so Amel comes up here, and like this is part of Fury's scheme, is for this person to come up into the lane to make sure nothing easy comes off. Then immediately pops back over to her the person she's defending. Again, non-threatening position, so she can have this separation here. And then locks it down as her person was coming under. She ends up coming closer. Big hook. Nice grab by Kayla Helton. And really nice throw for the score. Alright, another point. Where's Amel? There's Amel, right here. Guarding a cutter. Okay, she's coming down. And as soon as she sees that pump fake, she stops. She's like, she just stops and kind of sits in this lane here because she knows the disc isn't coming to the person she's defending. And so she sits in this lane to block off and make sure that anybody else, including this cut right here, this offender was about to make this cut across. And Amel being there just kind of stops that entire process. Non-threatening position, so getting farther away. Ends up becoming a more threatening position, so locks in, gets closer, comes down, puts on a mark, and some good offensive sequence. Big hook. Dana's tall. Good grab. Alright, I think this second to last clip, or last clip. Here's Amel here. Where did she go? Here she is, running down right here. Okay, again, out in the lane. Forcing him to go backwards. Nice grab. Little miscue. Turnover or Fury. And find Amel again. There's Amel. Wait, no. Where'd Amel go? Right here. Great cuts. Nice little swoop to get up in front. And then there was a big hook. The thrower ended up contacting Amel in the face, so she subs off. Alright, and then the last clip I have is, this is WCC finals, the club championship finals between Fury and Revo. One of the best games of Ultimate I've ever seen. It was incredible. And she is marked up right here on Valeria Cardenas, who I consider the best thrower in the world. And so we're just gonna watch Amel on Valeria this entire time here. She just stays tight. Look, she's like always touching Valeria, like the entire time. She's just touching her, making sure she knows where she is and being able to kind of push her in the direction she wants Valeria to go. Which a lot of the times you just want Valeria to go downfield because you do not want her with the disc because she's so dangerous with it. Notice how she has her arm there and she knows where the disc is too. Putting her arm there makes it so you don't have to like actually look at your person most of the time. Nice little orbit. She does a lot of orbiting this point. Orbits back around. Orbits back around to this side. Back around to the other side. Back around to the other side. It's just like you orbit basically where the attacking portion of the field is. And the goal by Revo. But yeah, when you're making it so that the one of the greatest throwers in the world can't really do much, then yeah, it's a good scheme. Um, Hopefully y'all learn something from that, and hopefully we can apply it as well. All right, cool.